Hello everyone, it is me, MrSneakyy, and a nice little update coming into the game that might have just been patched in. So let's take a look at Super Server 1 with the mail and break it down for everyone in game. So stay tuned for the new updates to do with Legion Marching and Battle Status. So yes, this did drop yesterday, guys. It was a mail. I did have a look at it and I was trying to understand it myself. And then obviously I was taking into consideration my views on it before making the video. So let's go over the entire changes, what they've done. Because they've basically tried to change the combat system to make it a little bit more fairer in the open field. And in my overall opinion, when I looked at this, it was really bad for cavalry units, but the more I've read into it and the more I'm looking into it, and today when we go over it, you're going to see it's actually really good. It's going to allow infantry as well to have a bit more presence on the open field. And it's going to allow as well like flying units and the other type of units to be able to be a bit more beneficial, because they're not going to be scared as much as these cavalry units basically running through hordes of, units to hit specifically them. So what we're going to go through is the patch. It's 4 little points, nice and easy for us to go over. So the first one is they've adjusted the battle status display. So whenever your legion starts to enter a battle, or you're in a fight with another Lord's Legion, your name will turn red and become visible to all non-friendly lords. So this means as soon as you go into combat now, no matter what, even if those guys around you are not in combat with you, they're gonna see you as a red marker on screen, and it's gonna allow you to be visible, and it's gonna allow obviously other players to see what's going on a lot easier. Because at the moment, or what were happening prior to this, was you never had this, right? If someone was fighting someone in your alliance, you would just get those white markers still, unless you yourself entered the fight. So it was a really weird mechanic, but at least they've changed it. This is definitely more like a quality of life adjustment, but it was really needed to obviously upgrade the current combat system. So now they've changed the rules of intercepting, and this is what we're talking about now when it comes to those cavalry units. So these next 2 areas is specifically for cavalry and more for infantry units, so you can understand what we're talking about in the intro section of the video. So number 2 says change the rules for intercepting legions. So legions with red names will automatically intercept all non-friendly legion marchers and enter battle with them at the moment of interception. So no matter what now, so this is basically taking what this first point is and upgrading it or advancing it to the next stage. So if any of those marchers that have a red obviously marker, or they're in the red name on their march, so if for example if we summoned one right now, just a random march. So if this march was red right now on screen, if this unit was a patrol and they went to walk through me, no matter what right now, I would be able to intercept them, and it would always trigger the intercept and cause a fight. So obviously this is good for maybe the guy who wants to maybe farm a load of merits, maybe staying in one position. But at the same time, this is also bad because it can cause a little bit of griefing, right? Because if you're in the whites, and maybe everyone's in the whites, you can cause it almost a blockade where this player has to almost fight your march to get through. So it is going to be a bit of a weird catch-22. It's a good system. Maybe it will get refined later down the line. So when we go back into the saved message now, this is going to go into it. So the 3rd point is added the collision now between the legions. So non-friendly legions will collide with each other when not in battle, making it impossible for them to pass through each other. So this is what I just touched on, but even now if you're in the white and white text, so you don't even need to be in red now, if both white marchers are walking at each other, it basically becomes 2 unstoppable forces. They just bounce off each other constantly. None of them will be able to fight, none of them will be able to do all, they'll just stay still. So that is what point 3 is. It is going to be a bit of a nuisance, but again, when you first think about it, yes, it's a bit of a problem when it comes to maybe bridges and stuff like that scenario. But when it comes to open field fighting and you're in Season 2 Plus, this is going to obviously introduce unions, so you can have more people that are allied on the battlefield with each other. So a lot of this is, I could imagine, is more tailored to PvP combat, and especially when you go into like using infantry now. Infantry are going to be able to be masters at intercepting legions and applying rampage afterwards once they go and charge down someone else. So it's a really good change, and like I say, it's going to allow units to get more versatility in the game. So number 4, they've disabled the options and features of intercept and pass mode. So what this were when you watch in any of my breaking through guides, you would always click the sidebar to bring up your march. And at the moment, obviously, it's still in the game. So if you can click this area, this would trigger intercept mode. So this would then obviously stop you from stop your march from any marches around you getting in. So you're intercepting them manually now. So when we go into the mail, they've disabled the features now of this intercept mode and pass mode. So this is going to be gone. So your march should just naturally have this attached to them. So it's not something you should be obviously turning on and off, because obviously it's a bit confusing. Because imagine if you're in a breaking through event, like I said, if you're here and you're trying to block marches and you don't turn on this intercept mode, you're not going to block any of those marches that prioritize counter-attack damage, right? So it's a really good change that they are doing into the game, but it's going to be more natural feeling once it gets implemented. And I think once it's been a couple of months and people have been able to play. But I would like to hear your thoughts, guys, on the update. So that is going to be it. It's a nice little chunk, and I've explained it nicely to you guys. Hopefully you've learned something new today, and obviously this is going to be introduced hopefully soon, and if not, it's already introduced in the game, so we're going to be able to see that as well. And I'll do a future video on it so you can showcase the differences, what is happening with this patch. So if you did enjoy the video, guys, smash a like, comment, and subscribe. It is MrSneakyy today, and I'm here every day giving you official Call of Dragons content for you as an official Call of Dragons content creator. So until the next time, guys, stay safe, stay sneaky, and I will always catch you in the next video. Peace out.